This conference will now be recorded.
So Radhika, at the starting point, have you registered with the AnyPoint platform account?
Register and download it.
Hello.
Yeah, Manish.
Hello. Radhika, have you registered with this AnyPoint
Hello?
platform account at the starting
Yes,
point?
I have registered and even I have downloaded the AnyPoint Studio.
Okay, you had registered with this AnyPoint platform account and you are having the AnyPoint Studio as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Ram, you had already registered with this AnyPoint platform account, right?
Yes. Is my voice audible?
Yes. Now you are audible, Ram.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, previously there was some disconnection from your side, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, if you are registered with this account, just log into this. AnyPoint platform. So today we will just go for the designing part. And Ram, already we had designed one of the API, right, in the previous session. Hello.
Yeah. చేశానండి ఇప్పుడు I will do now also. No problem.
Okay. So Ram, what we will do is, so as I said for you, this AnyPoint platform is the main reason why we are choosing this MuleSoft technology over here. So in AnyPoint platform, what are we just going to do? We are just going to design, develop, deploy, manage, and govern our applications. So by using this design center option, we are just going to design our applications. And after designing our applications, the AnyPoint Studio tool also we are just done to download it from the AnyPoint platform itself. And this is an AnyPoint Studio tool where we are just going to download it into on-premises. And after downloading this AnyPoint Studio tool, and after developing our application, so where we are just going to deploy, we are just going to deploy our application by using this API manager option. And we are just going to manage and govern our applications by using this runtime manager. Hello?
Okay.
So these are the things which we are just going to do. And since Radhika, you are having the knowledge on MuleSoft and how it works, okay, can we go for the designing part?
Yeah. So first of all, here only I have even I am not very well known about this development part and all, but I know the basics. So what is the purpose of so what are the activities kind of available? So how to run, how to such kind of the basic.
Okay, because this is only the first session, okay?
Yeah. So, but here the thing is, right, here you can see the browser anypoint.mulesoft.com. So is there any specific URL? For example, here I'm working for some client. Okay. So for example, something like, is there the URL is specific to the client, or this is common for all clients, right? So how can we identify this belongs to the particular user, and how to manage?
We are typing the username and password, right? There we are username and password, right? Before logging in.
Yeah, correct.
Yes. Just by using that we can identify, right? See, this is my account. You cannot log in by using my account, right?
Okay. So the URL is common for all, but based on the only credentials only, the even that is the only
Yes.
specific
Yes.
clients.
For
There is no
example,
other.
even the e-commerce, the biggest e-commerce site is Amazon, right?
Correct.
Okay. How you are just going to identify you are the customer and how you are going to pay it? Just by using and password only, right? So just connect, relate everything with the real time so that you will be able to get the answers directly.
So, for example, if I have any problem with my, so how to create a space? That's what even internally I'm not able to understand how to, how it will create the space for space for us. For example, if you have any problem with my environment, right? So how can we complain that when this is environment problem?
See, we are just using the logs, and that I'm not going to explain you right now. Okay, because the first session. Okay, because everything, if I'm just going to explain it now, what would be required? Okay, since you're already a MuleSoft developer.
No. So
In the real time, what we'll be doing is, see, what in the real time, what we'll be doing is when we are going for the admin panel, okay? So there will be tools like Kibana, Grafana, and other tools. If we are managing our applications in our own production, then by using those tools, we can check the logs. Okay, the logs are very important when we are going for the production issues. And if you are just doing it in the Anypoint Platform Cloud Hub, in Anypoint Platform Cloud Hub as well, we in the runtime manager, we will be having the logs. Okay, after deploying our application, whenever we face any issues under the logs, it will be displaying the error for us. So by just checking by that, we will be able to sort out the issue in the code.
But one user cannot see the another user integrations, right? So
see, if we are going for an organization account, the high end upper will be having the request access. Okay, whenever you are just going to log in, okay, you will be sending a request to him, and after he will give you the access for you, then only you will be able to log in. Okay, in order to check that applications. Okay, those kind of access will also be available.
means means I cannot access the other integrations and other APIs, correct?
No.
For example, if I log in with my own credentials, so I cannot
Radhika, like this is you are working in MuleSoft, right?
No. I am working in OS Oracle Integration Cloud.
Okay, that is what I am saying. If you are working in cloud, okay, we are not going for the admin sessions here. We are just going for the developer sessions, and whatever the questions you are asking, I am able to explain you. Okay, but not in this session, because if I just need to explain all those things, I just need to move to the runtime manager in order to show for you for managing the logs and everything. And this is the first session, the other participant cannot understand it, right?
Okay, sure, we'll continue.
Okay, here we can check the logs. Okay, these are the logs which are available. Whenever we face any issues, we will identify it.
Okay, then when the runtime manager is there, right, then we will explore more.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay, these all options we are going in there, but in our further sessions, not now.
Okay, sure.
Okay, because you are asking after the development what we should do, but we haven't started the designing part yet, right?
After development, the create space for the specific organization.
Yes, after the creation of our application, what we will do if we get any issue. But we have this is the first session. Yes.
See, even I'm
yes,
not
I just got your point. You just need to clarify your doubts based on the MuleSoft, right?
Yes. So this is common URL for all customers, right? So how they are managing, that is my question.
No, actually, this is not the common questions for all the customers. These are the questions of the admin customers. Whenever they are working in an admin level or in the cloud, so at that part of time, they will. Okay. They will be asking these kind of questions. Because I don't know whether you are aware of internal integration and designing APIs and everything.
That I know basics.
Okay,
All
that is the MuleSoft is used to design our APIs and integrate the services.
okay.
Okay, Radhika.
Yes.
So slowly we will be and you will know all the topics.
Okay. Sure.
So, Ramohan, can you hear me?
Yes, Mahesh.
Hello, Ram. Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, at the starting point today, since you had already registered with this design Anypoint platform, just click on this design center option. So here there are two types of web services which are available in the market. And for the structuring of our APIs, that means for the designing of our APIs, the MuleSoft people had chosen the RESTful services, not the SOAP services. Why the MuleSoft people had chosen the RESTful services in order to design their APIs? Because the RESTful services are lightweight, maintainable, and scalable when comparing with the SOAP services, and the SOAP services are heavyweight when coming to the performance levels. So here we are just moving for the create new API over here under the RESTful services. So whenever we are just going to click on create new option, there are 4 options which are visible to us. Okay, the first one is import from file. Okay, since this Anypoint platform is not only a center in order to design our APIs, there are many other tools like Swagger, Handler, Coder, okay, where we can design the RESTful services. If we had designed any of the RESTful services and if you're having those files, we can directly import them. Okay, that is this option. And new Mule application option is nothing but exactly like Anypoint Studio, we can develop our applications here as well. But most of the connectors and the total architecture of this Mule app is not yet developed. So we are not going to develop the APIs in this new Mule app as per now. Okay. Anyhow, I'm just going to show one of the API for you. And here new fragment is nothing but just for using a reusability concept, we will be using the fragments. And here, in order to design an API, we are just moving for the new API spec over here at the starting point. In order to design the RESTful services, I am just moving for it. So here in our project, since I just want to design the project regarding the flights. So here when I click on the confirmation tab, it will be redirected to the designer where we can design our APIs. Okay, so let it reload totally. Okay, it had been loaded for us. So this is a place where we are just calling it as a design center. So on the left hand side, whatever the options we are having, we are just calling them as in files. So the total details of our project, we can see it under the files. And whenever we are creating any of the project, only 2 lines will be visible for us. in the designer. So this place where we are just going to design our APIs, this place we are calling it as a designer. So here only two lines are visible for us. This RAML, RAML stands for RESTful API Modeling Language, where we'll be using the RAML code in order to design the RESTful services. And we are just going to use 1.0 version in it.
Okay.
Okay. And here, whatever the project name we had given there, that will be called as our title.
Okay.
Okay. So here, whatever the options we are getting below, here we are not going to hard code any of the values. Here we are just going to, yes, pick everything from the shelf. Okay. Below, whatever the options we are getting, that we are calling it as in shelf. So based on the requirement of our project, we will be dragging and dropping the so this option we are just calling it as in shelf, where we are just going to drag and drop the options based on the requirement of our project. We are not going to hard code any of the values over here. And the right hand side, whatever the option we are having, this we are calling it as an API Kit console. This API Kit console option is just used to display the responses graphically. Okay, this API Kit tool is a third-party tool which is used to display the responses graphically. So this is the structure of Anypoint Platform Design Center over here. So guys, can you create this project and let me know so that we can go and design the project and explain the scenario based on what scenario we are going to design the project now today. Ram and Radhika.
Yes, yes, Manish.
Guys, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Ram, can you? Okay, okay, Ram. Done. Okay, Ram had created it. Radhika, just let me know once you are done with it so that we can go for the designing part.
Okay.
సెంట్రల్ స్నాన్ చేస్తాను నేను పెట్టేసినా ప్రశాంత్ వీడియో అయిపోయింది కదా డెమోది పెట్టినా అనుకుంటా శశి. Radhika, let me know once you had created it so that we can go for the designing part. Hello, Radhika.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, you had done it. So here, what is the scenario which we are picking here is, whenever any of the user comes into any of the flights application in order to book a flight ticket, so what will be, he will be able to search it? He will be able to search it according to the destination parameter. So exactly in the same way, here at the starting point, what is the first API which we are just going to design? We are just going to design the API based on the flights. Whenever some of the user comes into our flights application, they will be able to search it according to the destination parameter and get the response.
Okay.
So here, we are just designing the project regarding the flights. So in between the slash and colon, whatever the name we are providing, that we are calling it as our resource name. Since we are designing the project about the flights, I just want to name it as a flights resource name. And under the flights, so whenever we are just requesting it according to any of the parameter in the Google, so we will be able to get this total data as our response. How we are able to get this total data as our response over here, and how we are able to request it. So here, the Google people are using the query parameters in order to request it according to the given parameter over here. We are able to get the total data as our response by using the get method. So there are methods called HTTP methods, where each and every method will be used for different perspective. So here, the get method is used to get the total, retrieve the total data as our response based on the requested parameter. And the post method is used to display a message as a response. Delete method is used to delete the data. Update method is used to update. Put method is used to update the data. Patch method is used to modify the data. So here, I just want to use the get method because whenever any of the users search it according to the destination parameter, I just want to display the total data as our response based on the destination parameter related to it. So here, when I am just going back, guys, can anyone see any of the HTTP methods here below? Radhika, Ram,
No.
get method, post method, any method? You see?
No, not there.
No, right?
No.
Okay. But when I give one space, can you see it?
Yes.
So here, this RAML code, RESTful API modeling language, is internally supported by YAML, which is nothing but yet another modeling language. Okay, where it will be having the space issues. So here we are not going to hard code anything. We are just going to drag and drop everything from the shelf. If I click on the get method, the get method will be dragged and dropped there. So automatically it will be moving to the next line. So under the get method, I just want to request it by using the query parameters, exactly like Google. I just want to use the question mark symbol in order to request it according to the query destination parameter. And why we are using this get method? We are using this get method in order to retrieve the total data as our response, and we are using the query parameters in order to request it. So as we know, there are two types of parameters which are available: slash and question mark. The question mark symbol is called as in query, and the slash symbol is called as an URI. So why we are using the query parameters in order to search it according to the destination parameter. So this destination value, we just need to hard code it, because in the place of this destination parameter, we can type anything like ID, price. We can search it according to any of the parameter over here. So here we are using the destination query parameters in order to request it according to the destination parameter over here. And all the destination parameters are required as true. So till now, what is the API which we have designed? Any of the user can come into our application and for the get method, try it. See here, we are using the query parameters in order to request it according to the destination parameter. So required true is nothing but if we are leaving an empty field over here, we cannot send the request. Okay, destination is invalid, it is saying. If we provide something, then only we will be able to send the request. This is the condition which we had applied in the required group. That means the destination is required in order to send the request. Okay. And whatever the API we are developing here, designing here is a basic API. So I don't want to provide it as a Google search engine. Okay. If you are requesting it according to Google. Okay. So since the Google is a big search engine and it is connected to the large database server, so it can fetch any data. But here, whatever the API we are designing is a basic API. So I don't want to provide the search box for the users. I just want to provide predefined parameters like only these destination flights are available. If you want to book a flight ticket for these destinations, you can book it. And for providing the predefined parameters, we are just going to use the enum. So let's, in this way, you can add n number of fields over here. See here. And send the request. And we are unable to get any data as our response as per now. So up to here, are you having any doubts, Radhika and
Yes, sir. No, Manish, from my end. Hello.
Ram, any doubts?
Yeah, no. As of no doubts. Manish.
Okay, as of now, no
No,
doubts.
no,
And
no,
Ram?
no doubts. Yeah, no doubts.
Okay. So whenever we are requesting it according to any of the parameter, we just need to configure the responses. So here, whenever we are going for the RAML code, whenever we are configuring the responses should be exactly in the below the get method or post method, whatever the methods we are using. So here below the get method, already we are having the query parameters. So exactly in the straight line of query parameters, we can go for the responses. So under the responses as well, there will be status codes. So different status codes will be used for different purpose. Not only in this MuleSoft, the status codes will be available in all the technologies. So here 100 is for continue, switching protocols. If you want to create a message, okay, 201, payment accepted, 202. So as per now, I just want to go for the 200 OK status code. Whatever the response we are providing here in our API, that I just want to pick it as our response. So I am just picking 200 as our successful status code. If we are getting a successful status code, I just need a body part in order to display the response for the users. And if I am just getting the successful status code and a body part, in which format we can display the response for the users, either in the application JSON format or XML format. I just want to move for the application JSON format over here. And I just want to pick everything as an example. Because here, whatever the response. So why we had chosen it as an application JSON, why not application XML? Because when compared with the XML format, the JSON format is light, it's maintainable and scalable. And this XML format is one of the reasons why the SOAP services are heavyweight. So in order to make our application lightweight process, we had chosen the application JSON format. And whatever the responses we are configuring here are the example responses. That means here the responses I just need to configure it in the JSON format, right? So here the JSON format starts with the curly braces and ends with the curly braces. In a JSON format, we will be having an input field and output response where both will be separated by a colon symbol. If you want to add extra fields, okay, you can add it. And why I had provided the double quotations for ID and price, and why I'm not providing any double quotations for these numericals, because in order to consider anything in the string format in the JSON, so we just need to apply the double quotations for it. So since So since I don't want to consider these numericals in the string format, I am not providing the double quotations for it. In this way, you can configure n number of fields over here. So this is how the JSON format is, very friendly, and it is a human readable language. So here, this is the JSON format. And here, in order to configure multiple IDs, in order to consider all these fields as a set, we had configured the square brackets here, curly braces over here. So now, whenever we are requesting it according to destination parameter, we just need multiple IDs. So since the fields will be same, I have configured it. And why it is showing the red mark for us, error mark? Because in order to consider this couple of IDs as a set, we just need to apply the square brackets. So here, whenever we are requesting it according to, here we have not applied the CLE. But whenever we are requesting it according to CLE, how we are able to get the CLE data as our response? Okay, it had not yet updated when I send the request. Why I am getting this data as our response? Because whatever the data we had designed here is a statical data. That means whenever we are requesting it according to CLE, it is not going into the database and checking whether CLE is available or not. It is blindly giving this static response. When we will be getting the dynamical response, we will get the dynamical response when we are going to import the project into the Anypoint Studio and develop our APIs, connect it to the database. So Radhika and Ram, are you having any doubts in this explanation part and the designing part? Yes?
This
Radhika?
body type, yeah, Mahesh. So the body type it can accept, right? XMLs or text type, or as the
Yes,
basic.
XML is supported by it, but why we are choosing it as a JSON format? Because the XML is heavyweight when coming to the performance, and JSON is human readable, and we can. It is an lightweight, maintainable, and process. Okay, so that is the reason why we are choosing it as a JSON.
But technically it can accept anything.
Yeah, technically, actually, this is not the exact response. Okay, whatever the response at the end, we would be getting in the Anypoint Studio, because there the development part will be done. Here, just the statical responses we are getting. Okay, this is just the outlook designing part. Okay,
Yeah.
Ram, are you having any doubts? Hello, Ram, can you hear me? Ram, can you hear me? So Radhika, can you design it? I will give you 10 minutes of time. After that, if you are unable to design it, I will just make you as a presenter and guide you to complete design it. Okay.
Mahesh, I can take it offline.
I did not get it.
Yeah, Mahesh, once class completed, right? I will take it offline and if you want, would ask for something.
Okay, as per today, since this is our first session, we are just going to design one of the API. That's it. Okay.
Maybe the time
I did not get it, Radhika.
So what I'm saying is, here is the kind of process to practice here. Okay, so even this is a request, right? Even I'm capturing everything here.
Okay.
So that I can
Practice it in offline. Okay.
take it offline and even I will explore all the that's what it is.
Okay, no worries. And Ram? Hello, Ram? Can you hear me?
Tell me.
Ram, can you design it? Ram, I am facing some network issues. I am unable to hear you clearly. Maybe. Yes. Ram, are you designing it now? Hello. You said that you will be designing it in offline, right?
Yeah, my side, yeah, I said that.
Okay. Sure. That's it from today's session, Radhika. You can ask any doubts if you're having.
Yeah, it's on moment. Rather, I
No
don't
doubts,
have.
right? So tomorrow will be a continuation of the session. Okay, where we can design more APIs in the same project. Okay.
Okay.
Sure then. So we'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.